Pinoy Liga Cup number 1.
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 Pinoy Liga Cup number 1. Pinoy Liga Cup number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup number 1.
We are here at the ENDERUN colleges in Taguig City para makita ang Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup labanan sa pagitan ng Aeliano University Chiefs at ang Mapua University Cardinals. And we will turn it over to our Barker for our starting five. At magsisimula na ang ating laro sa Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack. Our owner, Benny Benitez, at ang commissioner, si Wilson Ab. Ito ang labanan sa pagitan ng undefeated Aeliano Chiefs laban sa debut ng Mapua Cardinals, and the first possession is controlled by Aeliano. Nakita natin na yung unang laro ng Aeliano, natalo nila in a comeback win ang UP Maroons. They were down by almost 16 but they ended up winning by 3. And as I say that, cUP and 1 ang pinakita doon on that play. and he will try to complete this 3-point play at the free throw line. Opening the gates with a 2-0 lead for Aeliano was cUP. And Aeliano going with a relatively small lineup here against Mapua's powerhouse lineup. Igot will bring it down for Mapua. Bibigay kay Habonete na naghahanap ng opening on the offense. 3 is for Mapua but no go. So Aeliano will push again. Espiritu Benoya fakes that 3. Gives it back to cUP. All day to shoot for Espiritu. Yes, sir! 5-0 lead for the Chiefs here as they lead against Mapua, making sure that Mapua knows that the reason why they are undefeated. Siena, Habonete, straight away 3. That is short. And Mapua is probably feeling the early pressure right now as the Chiefs mount an early 5-0 lead against the Cardinals. Aeliano ngayon maghahanap ng opportunity on the offense. Benoya at the post powers his way through but no go on that layup. So Mapua ngayon ang tatakbo. Igot, transition play, gives it to the left side. Siena, labanan ng rebound, body on the floor. At babalik ang bola sa Mapua. That is a foul on number 27. That is a hold on Flores of Aeliano. Kaya mag-i-inbound dito ang Mapua with 15 seconds left to shoot on the shot clock. Habonete. Bibigay sa kanan. Straight away 3-pointer, no good. cUP controls the board. Benoya, Aeliano nagmamadali. Side steps into that pass. And Espiritu in and out on that 3. Mapua ngayon ang magbababa. And this is Mapua's debut game against the Aeliano Chiefs. Habonete in the post, loses that ball going up, and he will go to the free throw line para sa dalawang free throw. At syempre, hindi magiging posible ang ating Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack without our major sponsors Sticko at Box, Kickstart Coffee at Slick Tight Hair Pomade. Habonete ngayon ang titira ng dalawang free throw pero mintis ang una, failing to get that first point for the Cardinals. And he makes that first free throw para makakuha ng unang puntos ng Cardinals sa larong ito. Full court pressure being applied by the Cardinals here. Medyo nahirapan mag-break ang Aeliano. And the ball will stay with the Chiefs. Pinapakita na ng Mapua ang pressure nila dito early on in the game. And Espiritu to the hole. Did not make that layup. And I believe that there is a confirmation on the shot clock and it will be reset back to 14 as Aeliano will inbound at the half court. And Flores will inbound para sa Chiefs. Espiritu maghanap ng diskarte para sa Chiefs. Finds Benoya, top of the key 3. Too strong. Agamenyi pulls it down for the Cardinals. Bibigay kay Igot, magmamadali ang Cardinals. Transition play all the way, drive para kay Igot but could not finish that floater. As Aeliano throws it to the wrong man. Fast break para sa Cardinals. Habonete drives against Benoya And he is fouled on that play. So pupunta sa free throw line si Habonete for 2 shots. 5-1 is our score here in the first quarter. 7.5 minutes remaining. And Aeliano still leads by 4. And this is Habonete's second trip to the free throw line. Getting these gimme opportunities for the Cardinals. And when you're down, regardless of how big the deficit, napaka-importante ng free throws kasi free points yan. Missing both free throws is Habonete. And Hernal will push for Aeliano. Nagkaabanggahan ng konti, but the ball will stay with the Chiefs as there is a foul on Agamenyi. So Espiritu will inbound with 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Bibigay sa loob kay Hernal. Intense na banggaan dito sa loob. Hernal, fadeaway jumper. Basic, but no good. And a foul will be called on Espiritu. A reach-in foul on Igot. So the ball will stay with the Cardinals. And Singson will come in for Akop. And Abdullah will be inbounding for the Cardinals. Igot rather. About 7 minutes remaining dito sa unang laban ng ating triple header ngayong linggo against the Mapua Cardinals at ang Aeliano Chiefs. Habonete no good on that hook shot. Fadeaway jumper no good as well. Habonete, third try para sa Mapua. Powers through the 3 purple shirts for that reverse layup para sa Cardinals. Laran, binigay kay Hernal, straight away 3 in and out. Abdullah ngayon ang magbababa para sa Mapua. Hounded by Espiritu. Agamenyi, top of the key. Igot, nasaraduhan ng pintudo ng Aeliano. Habonete will shoot that 3. Yes, sir! Habonete gives the first lead for the Cardinals courtesy of that straightaway 3. And 6-5 now is our score in favor of the Cardinals. Flores, binabantayan ni Habonete. And that is a push on Habonete. And Espiritu, Hernal, back to the post, naghahanap ng opening. Finds Laran on the other side of the court. Gives it back. Espiritu open on that left wing, and that is his second 3 of the ball game. Another 3 for Aeliano, courtesy of Espiritu. Dalawa na ang kalamangan ng Chiefs laban sa Cardinals. Habonete, another 3. Same spot, different result. But Mapua gets a second chance. Powers through for that layup and ties the game at 8. And that drive was by Ray Igot of Mapua. Espiritu, nagmamadali, kicks it back to Laran. Short on that 3. Mapua ngayon magtutulak. They look to run, 4-on-3 fast break. Igot loses the ball on the way up, but the ball will stay with the Cardinals. Substitutions coming in for both teams. Concepcion and Reyno papasok para sa Mapua. 5 minuto ang nalalabi dito sa first quarter ng ating laban. Dikit na dikit at 8 points apiece for both teams. And Abiera will come in for Hernal. Mapua gives it to on the inside but could not finish that play. Was Reyno rather. And Abiera straight away 3 but could not make that get to go. Abdullah, and miscommunication on that pass, so babalik ang bola sa Aeliano. Espiritu hands it off to Abiera. At Vincula, open top of the key. Too strong on that three. So Concepcion will pull it down for Mapua. Agameni. Naiwan sa top of the key. Bibigay kay Abdullah. Straight away three-pointer on that right wing. No good. Napapahirapan ang depensa ng Aeliano dito ang Mapua, forcing them into those perimeter shots. Espiritu. Dire-diretso. Down the gut of the defense but no good on that layup. Tapikan ng bola at babalik sa Chiefs ang possession. At papasok si Ryan para kay Agameni sa Cardinals. 14 seconds left to shoot para sa Aeliano. Singson. Bibigay kay Laran on that left wing. Abiera drives down straight from the top of the key, but he has fouled on that possession. And that is a foul on number 34, Concepcion. So Abiera will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Napakatinding depensa ang pinapakita ng parehong kupunan dito. The undefeated Aeliano against the debut of the Mapua Cardinals in the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack. Misses that second free throw was Abiera, kaya magbababa dito ang Mapua. Ryan hands it off to Concepcion. Reyno trying to find an opening is Mapua. Finds an opening on that right wing. Fakes that three. Drives strong to the basket but no good. Aeliano will try to push that ball but Mapua will come down for that transition defense. Borromeo hands it off to Hernal, to Abiera rather. Gives it to the left side. That good defense by Mapua. And a foul on the play. So Laran will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And that was a foul on number 41 of Mapua. That is RJ Pantaleon. And Ibanez set to check in for Aeliano. And Laran will now shoot the second free throw. Misses that. So Mapua ngayon na maghanap ng opportunity for the offense. Pressure defense being applied by Aeliano here. Reyno. They discarded top of the key. Natatakpan ng depensa ni Laran. Concepcion. 3 seconds left to shoot. Abdullah forced to put up that three, but no good. And once again, another good defensive possession para sa Aeliano Chiefs. And the score is still deadlocked at 8 for both Mapua and Aeliano. With 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. A low-scoring output for both teams, as they both struggle to find the bottom of the net here in this ball game. Abiera shoots that three too strong. And Reyno will pull it down for Mapua. Abdullah will bring it down. Would have been a great pass to the inside to Concepcion, but intercepted by Ibanez. Aeliano. Borromeo. Abiera fakes that three, sidestep beauty, no good on that floater. And follow up by Abiera. And that is good for Aeliano. 3-point lead now for Aeliano. 11-8 is our score with about 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Reyno gives it to Abdullah. And good pressure defense again by Aeliano. Pero nakawala sa depensa ang Mapua. Good inside play for an end-one opportunity. And Reyno will go to the free throw line to complete the end-one play. Great heads-up pass by Abdullah, finding Reyno on the inside for an easy layup on the inside. He gets that bump, and he is rewarded for one more free throw. but could not complete it. Tapigan ng bola. And the referees will whistle that there's a foul on number 28, Laran. And both teams are in the penalties, so Mapua will be shooting free throws. Ryan will be shooting these free throws for Mapua. No good on that first free throw by Ryan. At mintis, parehong free throw ni Ryan. And tapigan ng bola, and the ball will stay with Mapua. Great hustle by Mapua tapping that ball out, but there is a timeout called by the Cardinals. So we will be back in a few short moments for more first quarter action in the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack. We'll be right back. And we are back coming from this Mapua Cardinal timeout as the score is 10-11. Lamang pa rin ang Chiefs laban sa Cardinals in this first quarter of the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup. Both teams strategizing on how to end this first quarter strong and para makita nila at mahanap ang strategy para makakuha ng panalo dito. So will the Aeliano Chiefs remain undefeated, or will Mapua give them their first loss in their debut appearance? 10 seconds left to shoot for Mapua. Abdullah, straight away three again. Yes, sir, finds the bottom of the net. Is that three for Abdullah as he gives a 2-point lead for the Cardinals? Borromeo, didiscarte ngayon para sa Aeliano. Gives it to that right wing. Aeliano, no good. That was Advincula with that three. And great interception by Abiera, stopping that Cardinal fast break. And Abiera skies for that layup, and there's a foul on the play. And the referees will call it on one of the Cardinals. That is on number 20. That is Edward Ryan of the Mapua Cardinals. So Abiera will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Mintis ang unang free throw ni Abiera with 1.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, and makes that second free throw. Full court pressure being applied by Aeliano, and Mapua breaks it. Pantaleon brings it down. Hounded again by that Aeliano defense. Ryan kicks it out to Pantaleon. Contorting his body midair, but no good on that layup. Butata inabot. Great block from behind by Laran. Abiera, free throw, sidestep. Laran finishes that fast break. Doing it on both sides of the floor. Energizing the Aeliano bench as they get the 1-point lead against the Cardinals. Ryan hands it off to Reno, and great high-low play by the Cardinals, changing the favor for a 1-point lead for the Cardinals. Abiera in the middle, stolen by Mapua, and Abdullah will finish this fast break with a right-hand layup. And the shot clock is turned off for Aeliano. Borromeo, straight away three, no good. And Abiera will get the offensive board, and they will hold on to for the last shot of this first quarter. Borromeo deceiving the defense on that layup, and gets the layup to go. And Mapua heaves it for a last-second Hail Mary. That is no good. 17-16 in favor of the Cardinals is our score, ending the first quarter. And we will be back for more Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup action here at the ENDERUN Colleges. We will be back in a few moments. More action dito sa Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack. Ito ang laban sa pagitan ng undefeated Aeliano Chiefs at ang debuting Mapua Cardinals. We ended the first quarter na 17-16 ang score natin. Na lamang ang Cardinals. Habonete powering his way on the inside pero may foul on that possession. And that is a foul on number 41, that is Libang. So dalawang free throw para kay Habonete. At syempre hindi magiging posible ang ating liga without our major sponsors Sticko, Adbox, Kickstart Coffee at Slick Tight Hair Pomade. Aeliano ngayon ang magbababa para sa second quarter. Their first possession of the second quarter here. Borromeo naghahanap ng opening para sa Chiefs. Abiera gets that brick from Laran. Drives down the left side. But there is a foul on the call on number 3, Abdulia. That is a push. And Acop and Hernal will come in for Abiera and Laran. A faster lineup for Aeliano as they will try to run the ball more on these possessions. Acop. Hernal rather. Kicks it out to Libang. Libang takes that 3 after the first fake. No good. Mapua magbababa ngayon. That is Igot. Igot gives it to Habonete at the post. Habonete backing down Libang. Quick spin move, but that is another foul on Libang. And Habonete will go to the free throw line again for 2 more shots at the charity stripe. And Habonete could not make that first free throw. 19-16 is our score, still in favor of the Cardinals, clinging on to a 3-point lead. And Habonete makes that second. Full court pressure being applied by Mapua. And Aeliano has it swatted away by Habonete, but the ball will stay with the Cardinals. With Aeliano, rather. And I believe the referees will try to confirm some things here on the court. And I believe that is a signal on Libang that he is wearing a different pair of shorts, which is not allowed. So he is substituted here, issued a warning for Aeliano. So the ball will stay with Aeliano pa rin. And of course, hindi yun pwede. Kasi dapat matching ang jersey and jersey shorts. So the referees confirmed that it is a warning on number 41 Libang for the delay of game. Flores gives it to Borromeo, and it slips through the hands of Ibanez, and the ball will go back to Mapua. Not a great sequence there for Aeliano, as they are issued a warning for the delay of game and gets a turnover. Abdullah de Descarte with 14 seconds left for Mapua. And a foul on number 42 Hernal on Aeliano for a holding foul on Abdullah. And Mamaradlo papasok para kay Borromeo. Mapua ngayon na mag-inbound with 14 seconds left to go. Abdullah straight away three on that right wing short. Aeliano will look to push. Hernal skies for that layup, contested well by Igot. Great defense by the Cardinals. Siena gives it to Agamenyi. Agawan ng bola, and Aeliano gets it. Another turnover. Mapua gets it. And a great heads-up alley-oop by Igot to Agamenyi, resulting in an alley-oop play with a foul. So Agamenyi will go to the free throw line for one free throw to complete the three-point play. And Agamenyi makes that free throw. So a timeout will be called by the Aeliano Chiefs as the Cardinals mount a 6-point lead against the Chiefs. We will be back in a few short moments to see how these two teams will pan it out in the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup. We'll be back.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
And we will be resuming the action here in the second quarter of the ball game with about 8.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Napatawag ng timeout ang Aeliano because the Cardinals rather, have mounted this 7-point lead against the undefeated Chiefs, trying to re-evaluate what they can do differently as they will inbound the ball here, coming back from that timeout. And again, full court pressure coming from Mapua. Broken by Aeliano. Acop de Descarte. Hernal on that left wing. Gets that pick from Vinoya, but well covered is that screen. Left wing three is no good for Aeliano. So the ball will go back to the Cardinals. Agamenyi. Left-hand drive. Trying to look for an opening, but great defense by Hernal. Vinoya looking to run. Drops it off to Hernal for an easy finger roll on that fast break. Mamaradlo pressuring Abdulia on the backcourt. Mapua, great no-look pass to Habonete and mounts another 2 points for the Cardinals. 7-point lead now for Mapua against the Chiefs. Akop hands it off to Ibanez. Gets that pick from Vinoya, but there is an offensive foul on Vinoya. So the ball will go back to the Cardinals. Overextending his hips there. So Mapua now will inbound. Siena will inbound for Mapua. Igot maghahanap ng opening para sa Mapua. Miscommunication on that pass, slips through the fingers, and Aeliano will finish this fast break, and a hard foul on Flores. On Igot. I heard that from the scorer's table. That was a very hard slap by Mapua, stopping that fast break play. So Aeliano will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And that is an unsportsmanlike foul on Igot, confirmed, as I believe he was trying to swat a gigantic mosquito on Flores' arm. And that is a technical on Habonete. And the referees will confirm the call. And it is confirmed that number 42 and number 70, Hernal of Aeliano and Habonete of Mapua, will be whistled for a double technical for the use of profane language. Siyempre, nagkakainitan na dito sa larong to. Both teams want to come up with a win here in the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup, so we can't blame for the tensions and spirits being high for both. But of course, we will still have to play by the rules here. And Flores will shoot the technical free throws as he makes that first one. And Flores makes the second, making the most out of that technical free throw trip for Aeliano. 20-25 now as our score, so Aeliano also has an additional chance to chip away at this Mapua lead because of that technical. Flores, Akop, open on that right wing, no good on that three. So Mapua will control possession. Abdulia being pressured by Borromeo, and reach-in foul by Borromeo. So Abdulia will be shooting 2 free throws. I know that the Aeliano coach was continuing to clamor for his team to exert more pressure on the defensive end against Mapua, but I believe he was reaching out a bit too much on that play. So he was whistled for that reach-in. And Abdulia makes that first free throw. 7 minutes remaining here in the second quarter of the ball game. And he makes both. Pressure again being applied by Mapua. Left wing three for Aeliano, too strong, too much bicep there. And the ball will stay with Aeliano as number 35 is whistled for the hold. That is Siena of Mapua. And Laran will check in for number 27 of Aeliano. That is Flores. And Bambaradlo receives it on that right wing. Borromeo. Great defense by Mapua, intercepting that. Tapigan ng bola, Mapua will stay with possession. And there's a foul on the ball. And that is a foul on cUP, as Mapua will shoot 2 more free throws there. That is Reyno at the free throw line, who will shoot 2 charity stripe attempts here for Mapua. Pasok ang unang free throw ni Reyno. And Reyno makes both. Espiritu will check in for Mamaradlo. And Aeliano will try to inbound the ball against the Mapua full court pressure defense. And broken by Aeliano. Espiritu trying to find the opening. Tapped away by Ryan, but the ball will stay with the Chiefs with 6 seconds left to go, 14 seconds left to go on the shot clock rather. cUP drives against the Mapua defense, but there is a foul on the play, and cUP will shoot 2 free throws. So cUP will now have a chance to chip away at the Mapua lead, and he gets 1 free throw down. Both teams barking orders at their boys to tighten up on defense, make the most out of the offense on their opportunities. And Mapua will inbound. Pressure by the Chiefs. And that is an offensive foul on Mapua. And intensity coming from both sides as Aeliano clapping for that foul. And that is a foul on Ryan. So Aeliano will inbound. Espiritu swings it to the left, and great defense crumbling in the middle for Aeliano. And again, great defense by Aeliano. And Mapua converts on that layup na nakawala dun sa very many change of place. Borromeo straight away 3 for Aeliano, no good. Borromeo, second try, no good. And Aeliano power rebound on the inside as Laran gets the end one. And he gets that free, and he will get that layup to go. He will go to the free throw line for 1 more shot. So Laran will go to the free throw line for 1 shot. Grabe yung change of possessions dito sa ball game na to. 1 second it's with Mapua, then the other second it's with Aeliano, then again back to Mapua, then back to Aeliano. Pressure being applied. Mapua will try to go for that layup, but great defense there by cUP, stopping that Mapua fast break, and the ball will go back to the Chiefs. Grabe yung action dito sa ENDERUN Colleges for the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup, presented by Shawarma Shack. And Hernal will shoot that 3 pero kapos. And Laran will get another power layup down to the inside, and he will go to the free throw line for 1 more, cutting the lead down to 5 for the Chiefs. And those rebounds are not easy. He is boxing out against 2-3 Cardinals, coming up with a rebound, getting the shot to go with the foul. But Laran misses that free throw. Tapigan ang bola and the ball will stay with the Chiefs. Espiritu gives it to Vinoya. Vinoya gives it to the open Espiritu on that right wing. In, out, and in again para kay Espiritu. Cuts down the lead to 2 now para sa Mapua. And the Chiefs smell blood. Mapua will try to extend their lead. Escamillas inside Reyno. Powers his way to the inside, but there's a push. Offensive foul on Reyno. And the ball will go back to the Chiefs with a chance to tie and potentially get the lead of this ball game. Akamenyi will check in for Reyno. Borromeo didiscarte para sa Aeliano. Trying to find that opening and the miscommunication on that play. And passing it out of bounds, so the ball will stay with the Cardinals. And a timeout will be called by Aeliano. The score is 31-29. Mapua only leads by 2 now as Aeliano proves their onslaught before this timeout. So we will be back in a few moments for more second quarter action at the Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup.
Pinoy Liga Cup, number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup number 1. Pinoy Liga Cup number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup, number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup, number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup number 1. Pinoy Liga Cup number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup, number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup number 1. Pinoy Liga Cup number 1.
And we are back to the action. Here's a second quarter, 31-29 in favor of the Cardinals. And Mapua will begin coming from this timeout with possession. Abdullah magbababa para sa Mapua. Napakaganda ng pinakita ng Aeliano coming from that timeout, cutting down the lead now down to just 2. Espiritu drives it down the left side, fighting for the rebound, and the jump ball is called, and the possession arrow will point back to the Chiefs. And Espiritu will inbound with 18 seconds left on the shot clock, trying to look for that opening as he finds Abiera. Abiera gives it to Hernal. Hernal drives it down. Great strip by Mapua. But the ball will stay with the Chiefs. 3 seconds left to shoot. Abiera open on that left wing. Emergency 3, no good. And Habonete will pull it down. Almost a steal by Aeliano. Great hustle by both teams. And the ball will go back to Mapua as that ball was last touched by a Cardinal. By a Chief, rather. Concepcion will inbound for Mapua. Espiritu hounding Abdullah on the outside. Mapua puts it up on that layup. Good. What a strong drive by Abdullah early in that shot clock to get the 2 points for the Cardinals, giving them a 4-point lead here in the ball game. Vinoya hounded by Concepcion on the outside. Nakawala. Changing hands mid-air. And Vinoya finishes that layup. And the crowd is loving it here at Enderun. With every score, every basket, they are cheering for their home team. And Agameni with an and one. And he will go to the free throw line for one shot as he drives down hard down that left side. So he will shoot one free throw here for the Cardinals. And Pepe will check in for Aeliano. He will be checking in for Hernal. So Agameni will still shoot 2 free throws para sa Cardinals. With 3 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. And both teams are still in the penalty. And pasok ang free throw ni Agameni, completing that 3-point play. And timeout is called by Aeliano. 36-31 is our score. 5-point lead na lang para sa Cardinals. We will be back in a few moments for more action dito sa Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack. And coming back from this timeout, 5 na lang ang kalamangan ng Cardinals against the Chiefs. Pabelona will check in for Mapua. And pressure by Mapua. Great defense there by the Cardinals and 3-man play there. Agameni could not finish. And Agameni with a hustle. Great second effort para kay Agameni, getting that steal, converting the 2 points for the Cardinals. And another steal by Mapua. And Abdullah, 4 points in about 5 seconds para sa Cardinals. And the Aeliano Chiefs are probably feeling the pressure right now. But the Aeliano Chiefs break that press. And contorting his body mid-air is Espirito, getting that 2 points para sa Chiefs. And Mapua gets it to inbound. Almost a steal there for the Chiefs. Abdullah gives it to Agameni. Gives it back to Abdullah. Abdullah with 6 seconds left to go. Mapua short on that short stab. Agameni saves it to Concepcion. Concepcion, fadeaway jumper, it's good. Para kay Concepcion. 9-point lead now for the Cardinals. Espirito. Vinoya tries to power through but no good. Mapua nagmamadali, flips it up and in. It's Concepcion. 4 straight points para kay Concepcion ng Mapua. Extending the lead to double digits now for the Cardinals. Espirito di discarte para sa Aeliano. And almost another steal for Concepcion. Aeliano has to be careful with their passes here, as they have had turnover after turnover in the last few minutes here in the second quarter. 44-33 now, still in favor of Mapua. And Mondares will check in for Abdullah para sa Mapua. Espirito gives it to Borromeo. cUP could not find that opening on that left side. Puts up a three, no good. Labanan ng rebound. And the ball will go back to Mapua as nag-agawan ang parehong Chief doon. And Mapua will inbound. Siena pressured by Akop here in the backcourt. About 15 seconds left to shoot for Mapua. Mundares gives it to Pabilona. And a foul on the inside. That is a holding foul on number 45. That is Dever. So Agamenyi will shoot 2 free throws here para sa Mapua. Costly foul there for Aeliano as this does not help them chip away at the lead. Less than 1 minute left to go here sa second quarter ng larong ito sa pagitan ng undefeated Aeliano Chiefs at ang debuting Mapua Cardinals holding an 11-point lead against the Chiefs. And Mapua gets the second chance point but could not get it to drop. Borromeo will bring it down for Aeliano. Espiritu gives it back to Borromeo. Akop open there, but there is a travel call on Akop. Dancing to the wrong song for Aeliano. And the ball will go back to the Cardinals. And Mapua will inbound here with less than 40 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Espiritu still hounding Abdulia. With about 10 seconds left to shoot. Good perimeter defense by Aeliano. Great backdoor play by Mapua but could not finish that layup. But Reyno with a cleanup job for the Cardinals, extending the lead to 13 for the Cardinals. Dever, straight away three, top of the key, no good. And Mapua will not notice that time is running out and the second quarter is done. 46-33 is our score. A 13-point lead in favor of the Cardinals. We will be back after halftime for more action in the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack sa pagitan ng labanan ng Aeliano Chiefs at Mapua Cardinals. We'll be back in a few moments.
Mga kaliga, kasama natin ngayon ang assistant coach ng Mapua Cardinals, Coach J.R. Carlos. Coach J.R., your team is composed of recruits from other schools and from the Mapua juniors. So far, how do you like their play as a team? And moving forward, what are the things you see for improvement?
Yun nga, gaya nga ng sabi mo, may mga players kami from a different school and even sa high school program na galing sa amin. Siguro yung kailangan pang i-improve ng mga bata is yung how to play through the system, both on offense and defense. Kasi alam natin na very talented sila eh. So yung talent na yun, paano nila gagamitin yun and paano nila ilalaro yun through the system.
Coach, meron po ba kayong gustong batian at pasalamatan, especially yung mga fans nyo na narito sa venue?
Binabati ko lang yung syempre yung alumni community, yung alumni and yung community ng Mapua. And of course, yung mga sumusuporta sa Pinoy Liga. Keep on supporting this league na maraming mga aspirant player na natutulungan.
Thank you so much, Coach. Back to you, Migs.
At narinig natin si Coach J.R. Carlos ng Mapua Cardinals. Ang sinabi niya tungkol sa kanyang mga manlalaro na they have to learn how to play within a system and it's a very different ball game. No? So we will be back in a few moments for more third quarter action dito sa Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup sa labanan sa pagitan ng Aeliano Chiefs and Mapua Cardinals.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
And we are back here at the third quarter. 46-33 is our score between the Cardinals and the Chiefs. So let's go and start the action of the second half. At magsisimula ang third quarter. The possession is with the Cardinals. They hold a 13-point lead over the Chiefs. Pabilona shrouded by the Chiefs, but that doesn't matter para kay Pabilona as he puts the ball in the basket regardless. Espiritu, great backdoor play to Borromeo, kicks it out to Abiera, no good on that three. And Mapua will finish that fast break courtesy of Mondares. And the score, the lead has now ballooned to 17. Aeliano trying to look for that opening. Good defense by Mapua. Laran open on that top of the key. No good on that three. Mapua will look to run. Pabilona gets it against Abiera. Quick move on the inside, but good defense by the Chiefs there. Borromeo gives it to the inside, Laran. Gets that pick and roll action. Laran. Good defense rotation by Mapua. 4 seconds left to shoot for the Chiefs. Passes it to the wrong man, and Mapua will get back possession. 3 ball, too strong for Mapua. Borromeo now. Espiritu gives it back to Borromeo on that right wing. Too strong. Great box out by Agamenyi, sealing Hernal and securing that rebound for Mapua. So Abdullah ngayon ang didiskarte para sa Cardinals. Abdullah trying to find that opening against the Chiefs. Igot. Turnover. Aeliano completes it. Abiera sidestep beauty but could not finish that fast break. So Abiera will be going to the free throw line for 2 shots. And as I said in the first half, free throws are imperative, especially if you are down in a game, because once you make them and make them continuously, they will compound. They will pay its dividends for the team. But Abiera misses that first free throw. Mapua giving an early onslaught early on here in the third quarter. Back-to-back fast break points for the Cardinals against the Chiefs here. What will the Chiefs have as an answer against this Cardinal run? And Ibanez will check in for Abiera. Pantaleon gets the ball for Mapua, and Abdullah will bring it down. Agamenyi trying to look for that open man. Pantaleon. Mondares straight away 3. Yes, sir! Nothing but the bottom of the net para kay Mondares. Extending the lead to 19. Akop, right wing 3. Too strong. Rebound, but turnover in favor of Aeliano. Akop drives straight down the right side, and Hernal will finish that fast break with the 2 points. Abdullah hounded by Akop and Hernal at the backcourt. Abdullah trying to lose his defender there, but Hernal stays with it. Agamenyi hounded by Akop, and that is an offensive foul on Agamenyi as he tried to hook Akop's head off. Feeling ko yung height difference yun eh. Kasi nung pag-sweep niya, diretso siko ni Agamenyi sa ulo na ni Akop eh. So the ball will go back to the Chiefs. 36-53 is our score in favor of Mapua. Espiritu gives it to Akop. Akop hounded by that Mapua defense. Espiritu trying to look for that open man, but Mapua covering. Hernal, good move on the inside, up and under, and that layup is good. Abdullah gives it to Pabilona. Pull-up jumper, too strong. That rebound is controlled by Laran. And Akop now. Ibanez swinging it to Hernal. Hernal, strong move on the inside. Gets the foul and the basket. And he will go to the free throw line for 1 shot. And Hernal could not complete the 3-point play, so the ball will go back to Mapua. Pantaleon gives it to Ryan. Habonete will get it at the top of the key, hounded by Laran. 10 seconds left to shoot for Mapua. Abdullah finds the open right wing. Yes, sir! Pantaleon makes that 3 for Mapua. 16-point lead now para sa Mapua. That perimeter ball has been going down well for them. Strong drive by Akop. Kicks it out to Hernal. Hernal could not make them pay. Abdullah, outlet pass to Mondares, but met with 3 blue shirts. and it comes off of Ibanez's leg. So the ball will stay with Mapua. And Laran will check out. Pinoy will check in. Abdullah struggling to inbound for Mapua. Great pressure by Aeliano. And that's a 5-second violation. So the ball will go back to the Chiefs. And timeout is called by Aeliano. 56-40 is our score. A 16-point lead in favor of the Cardinals. We will see how the Aeliano Chiefs will talk it over in the timeout. We will be back in a few moments for more action in the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
And coming from that Aeliano timeout, the third quarter continues here sa ENDERUN Colleges for the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack. And of course, our league would not be possible without our sponsors Adbox, Sticko, Kickstart Coffee, and Slick Tight Hair Pomade. Ibanez, great high-low play to Akop as he finishes that play with a bang. And he will go to the free throw line for one more. So Akop will try to complete the three-point play at the free throw line. And he does. 13-point lead now for the Cardinals. Pressure defense being applied by Aeliano. Almost a turnover, but the ball will stay with the Cardinals. Football pass, tapped away by Aeliano. Borromeo gives it to the left side, no good. But the ball will stay with Aeliano. Ibanez no good on that three-pointer. .14 seconds left to shoot for Aeliano. Vinoya, great deception play. Could not finish that layup. A battle for the ball. Mapua comes up with it. Pressure defense by Aeliano here. Habonete breaks that press. Puts it up the floater. No good. Tapikan ng bola and the ball will go back to the Chiefs. Non-stop action here in the second half, as Aeliano tries to surmount this lead by the Cardinals. Akop ang magbababa para sa Aeliano. Hands it off to Borromeo. Hernal. Pick set by Vinoya. Borromeo straight away three. Yes, sir! Finally breaking 10-point lead now for the Cardinals and ending that drought on the perimeter for the Chiefs. Abdullah gives it to Habonete. Two-man fast break there is successful for Mapua. Akop gives it to Borromeo. Gives it back to Akop, but good defense by Mapua. So Borromeo will have 12 seconds for Aeliano. He gives it back to Akop. Great play by Borromeo, but could not finish as Aeliano. Great play by Hernal as he has contested with a foul, and he will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And Hernal makes the second free throw. And unsportsmanlike foul is whistled by the referee, and I believe that is on Ibanez. But we will wait for the confirmation on the referee. And yes, that is an unsportsmanlike foul on Ibanez. A very costly foul for Aeliano. And that will be free throws and possession for Mapua. And Ryan makes that free throw for Mapua. And second free throw is good for Ryan. Mapua completes that free throw trip and he will get possession because of that Ibanez unsportsmanlike foul. Abonete, inside move, kicks it out to Abdullah. Less than 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Abdullah puts up the three, no good. Battle for the board and Hernal controls it. Borromeo tapped out. And the ball will stay with Aeliano. And cUP will inbound it to Borromeo. Swings it to the right side. Abiera trying to find that opening. Finds Hernal on the inside. Kicks it out to Abiera. Strong drive. Left hand layup is good. Abiera skying for that layup. Almost like a Samboy limp play. Parang nagkape pa siya sa ere dun. 12-point lead now for the Cardinals. Hounded by that Aeliano defense. Pantaleon, step back, Butter. cUP now for Aeliano. Swings it back to cUP. Open on that left wing, short on that three. Hernal, too much on that layup attempt. Could have been a gimme for Aeliano, but no good on that layup. Abdullah pushing that ball. Puts it up with the left hand and in. Slicing that defense was Abdullah like a hot knife through butter. And he is rewarded with that 2 points for the layup. cUP gives it to Pinoya. Pinoya powers his way on the inside but bothered by that Mapua defense. So rebound here by the Cardinals. Abdullah will slow it down now. 14 seconds left to shoot for the Cardinals. Picked by Abonete. Less than 5 seconds left to go for the Mapua Cardinals. Quick shot by Pantaleon, in and out. cUP will bring it down for Aeliano. Borromeo. Straight away three. Yes, sir! Three-pointer is good para kay Borromeo. Cutting down the lead even further for Aeliano. Good defense by Aeliano, but could not convert that layup. Behind the back. Pass fake by Abdullah. Like a Ray John Rondo play, and converting that offhand layup was Abdullah. What a one-man play by DJ Abdullah there on that possession. Vinoya at the post against Habonete. cUP too strong on that layup. Battle for possession. Borromeo comes up with it. 4 seconds left to shoot for Aeliano. Spin cycle. Vinoya. Emergency three-pointer. Yes, sir! Gets it to go. 12 now is the lead of Aeliano. It's the lead of Cardinals, rather. But easy basket again for the Cardinals. And the lead is back at 14. Less than 24 seconds left in the third quarter. cUP de Descarte. skies against that Mapua defense, but he will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And Laran will check in for Aeliano, and he will come in for Vinoya. Akop now for the second free throw. Makes it. First, rather. And Akop splits that free throw trip. Mapua gets the rebound. Abdullah, nagmamadali. Puts it up with the right hand and in. Shot clock ticking down. Borromeo forces a three-pointer, no good. And that ends the third quarter. The score is 70-55 in favor of the Cardinals. A 15-point lead for Mapua against the undefeated Aeliano University Chiefs. Mapua proving their debut as pure as gold. So we will go back in a few moments for fourth quarter action in the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup. Stay tuned.
PINOYLIGA Cup, number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup, number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
And we are back now for the fourth quarter in the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack. You are watching the match against the Aeliano University Chiefs versus the Mapua University Cardinals. The Cardinals lead by 15 points, 70-55 is our score. And we will now play the last 10 minutes of regulation here at the ENDERUN colleges for this league. And Singson will inbound it to Espiritu to start the fourth quarter for Aeliano. Espiritu straight away 3 on that right wing. Patay ang Butikidon. Abdullah. Hounded by Espiritu on the backcourt. Trying to ward off that Espiritu defense is Abdullah. Reyno looking for that open man on the inside. Finds Siena, but the ball will go back to Aeliano. Espiritu di discarte para sa Aeliano. Hernal. And he is caught dancing to the wrong song as he is whistled for the travel. And the ball will go back to the Cardinals. And Mapua will inbound now, pressured by Aeliano here at the backcourt. Throws it to the inside kay Igot. Power step. Hopping into the inside for the 2 points para sa Mapua. Hernal hands it off to Borromeo. Trying to find that opening for Aeliano. Double team this Borromeo. Vinoya powering his way, but no good on that hook. So Mapua will bring it down. Gives it to the left side kay Igot. Pull-up jumper by Siena. All air. And he is caught stepping on the line, and Aeliano will regain possession. Biera checks in for Singson. Hernal. Hands it off to Borromeo. 14 seconds left to shoot. Abera partially open. Kicks it back out to Borromeo. Too strong on that three. Igot magbababa para sa Mapua. Borromeo hounding Igot. Great defense by Borromeo. Agamenyi now at the top of the key. Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense by Borromeo. And fast break now for Aeliano. And Hernal will lay it up to finish like the icing on a cupcake. Mapua breaking that pressure defense, but Abiera with a steal. And he will lay it up with the left hand. Back-to-back turnovers here. And another turnover now for Mapua. Aeliano with the fake, gets the foul, but no basket. So Hernal will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Almost an end one play on that opportunity, but he will have to earn his 2 points the old-fashioned way at the free throw line. And the floor will be mopped to avoid any untoward injuries. Of course, we would want our players to be safe, healthy, because, you know, that is the spirit of basketball. Camaraderie, teamwork, and of course, we can't do all of that without safety. So Hernal makes that first free throw, cutting down the lead to 12 for Mapua. Hernal misses that second. So Mapua will regain possession here. Full court pressure still being applied by Aeliano, trying to look to capitalize on easy opportunities off steals. Espirito will be guarding Abdullah. Hernal on Agamenyi. Partially open is Siena. Short on that three-pointer. Agawan ng bola and Espirito comes up with it. Passes it to Abiera, and Abiera touchdown layup. Now the lead is down to just 10 for Mapua, and they definitely smell blood now. Abdullah, no look pass to the inside, and a great inside play for the Cardinals, finished off by Escamillas. And Abdullah has been orchestrating each offensive opportunity here for Mapua. And good things have been happening as long as the ball has been in his hands. And Espirito has it poken away. And the ball is tapped, so the ball will stay with Mapua. And Mapua now will inbound with 21 seconds left on the shot clock. And timeout is called by Mapua. 12-point lead now for the Cardinals. We will be back in a few moments for more fourth quarter action here at the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack.
PINOYLIGA Cup #1.
PINOYLIGA Cup #1. PINOYLIGA Cup #1. PINOYLIGA Cup #1.
PINOYLIGA Cup #1. PINOYLIGA Cup #1.
PINOYLIGA Cup #1.
PINOYLIGA Cup #1. PINOYLIGA Cup #1. PINOYLIGA Cup #1. PINOYLIGA Cup #1. PINOYLIGA Cup #1.
And we are back now for fourth quarter action sa labanan sa pagitan ng Aeliano Chiefs and Mapua Cardinals. Coming from this timeout, 12 ang kalamangan ng Mapua laban sa undefeated Chiefs. Proving that their debut, showing the competition that they are a force to be reckoned with. And inbounds it to Agamenyi. Passes it to Siena. Other side, Abdullah. And the ball will go back to the Chiefs as a foul as it is called as an out of bounds call. Borromeo will bring it down for Aeliano. Vinoya, top of the key. Borromeo is open partially. Akop, left side, no good on that three. Vinoya battles for that rebound, and the ball will stay with Aeliano. "14 seconds left to shoot for the Chiefs. Abera receives it on the right wing. Kicks it out to Borromeo. Borromeo gives it back to Abera. Little two-man game blocked by Agamenyi. And Hernal powers his way on the inside to get that layup against two Cardinals. 10-point lead now for Mapua. And Aeliano chanting defense in a very high intensity level game. And almost a turnover. 8 seconds left to shoot for the Cardinals. And Hernal is on Abdullah. Abdullah, emergency shot is short. And the ball will stay with Mapua as Vinoya failed to control that ball. And we can see here the growing audience here at the ENDERUN colleges supporting their home teams, Aeliano and Mapua, in a very high intensity game. Mapua, Abdullah on that right wing, no good. Sorry, that was Escamillas rather on that drive attempt, but no good. Vinoya gives it to Akop, open on that top of the key, no good. Mapua will regain possession with 5.5 remaining here in the fourth. Agamenyi. And Vinoya will be whistled for the foul as he tries to get that ball from Habonete. And substitutions. And Mapua will be inbounding with 14 seconds left to shoot here. Ball movement for Mapua. Igot. Stripped away by Borromeo. And Borromeo will bring down the ball for Aeliano. Nagmamadali. Vinoya down the gut of the defense, but no good on that layup. Agamenyi hounded on the backcourt. And Hernal fakes against Agamenyi and riding Hernal like a horse as he tried to control that fall. And of course it wasn't intentional because Agamenyi just tried to block that shot, and good sportsmanship by Hernal, stopping a potentially catastrophic fall for Agamenyi. So Hernal will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And Hernal makes the first free throw. And makes that second free throw. 8-point lead now for Mapua. And Abdullah will get the ball for the Cardinals. Quick move on the inside, lays it up with the left hand and in. And he gets the foul and he gets the basket. But Abdullah is down. And that could have been a sprain. He is down, wincing in pain, and that is not a great sight for Mapua. And the medic will be attending to TJ Abdullah of the Cardinals. And I believe this is a cramp being experienced by Abdullah, being stretched out by our medic. And Abdullah will be carried back to the bench to fully recover from that cramp. But it could have been more on that play. It was hard to tell from my angle. But regardless, Siena now will be shooting the free throws for Abdullah. Missing that free throw. And Siena tracks down that offensive board. Another chance for Mapua. Igot. Habonete setting that screen for Mapua, dropping it off to Concepcion. But that is a shot clock violation on Mapua. And the ball will go back to the Chiefs. Apiera pulls up for three, but there is a foul on the ball, on the play rather, and that is a foul on Concepcion. That is number 34 of Mapua. And that is a good shot for Aeliano as the lead is cut down even further. And that is a foul on cUP. So the ball will go back to the Cardinals. Concepcion now will inbound for Mapua. At ibababa ngayon ni Igot. Agameni at the top of the key. 18 seconds left to shoot for Mapua. Habonete trying to look for the opening. Siena straight away three-pointer, no good. Labanan para sa bola and Aeliano will come up with it. Abiera straight away three, no good. Mapua with a rebound. 3.5 minutes left to go now in the fourth quarter. We have seen a similar story before with UP and Aeliano. Aeliano surmounting a 16-point lead against the Maroons to come up with a victory of 3 points. Habonete, nobody guarding him. Short, offensive rebound and put back is good for Mapua. That was Igor on that play. Abiera has it stolen by Mapua. We're at a great defense, great hustle there for the Cardinals. And tapped away is that ball for cUP. And the ball will stay with the Cardinals after cUP taps it out. And confirmations on the floor, assigning who was gonna go on who. 18 seconds left to shoot for Mapua. Trying to find the open man. Gives it to Habonete. Habonete drives it down, lays it up for the 2 points para sa Cardinals. 11-point lead now for Mapua. Vinoya. Straight away three for Vinoya. Finds the bottom of the net para sa Aeliano and cuts down the lead to 8. And Mapua is caught stepping on the line there, and the ball will go back to the Chiefs. The energy here is amazing. The Aeliano bench and crowd cheering for their home team, hoping for a comeback win. But of course, the Mapua home crowd looking to come up with a dub. Habonete controls that board, coming from that Abiera miss as we approach the last 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. And these last 2 minutes are brought to you by the PINOYLIGA Cup merchandise. Habonete, fadeaway jumper is no good. And on your screens are the PINOYLIGA Cup merchandise where you can get on a Shopee, Lazada, and Facebook Messenger. So many options for you to get your limited edition PINOYLIGA Cup merchandise. We are selling t-shirts, jackets, and hoodies. So don't miss your chance to get your hands on these now. Concepcion hounded by Aeliano. 6-point lead now for the Cardinals. Habonete, strong drive to the inside, no good. Agawan para sa rebound. Tapikan, and the ball will stay with the Cardinals. 1.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. And timeout is called. Timeout is called by Mapua. 80-74 now is our score in favor of the Cardinals. 6-point lead as the Chiefs try to surmount this lead. And on your screens now is our Commissioner, Wilson Ang. And it is his birthday today. Happy birthday, Commissioner Wilson Ang of the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup. Happy birthday po, sir. And we'll be back in a few moments for more fourth quarter action in the
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
PINOYLIGA Cup number 1. PINOYLIGA Cup number 1.
And we are back now for fourth quarter action sa pagitan ng Aeliano Chiefs and Mapua Cardinals. 6-point lead for the Cardinals as they prove to be a dominant presence both on the inside and the outside. Tapos napapahirapan nila yung Chiefs on defense, equating to their 6-point lead here. And we approach the final moments of the fourth quarter. We will see if the Chiefs can complete a comeback, or will the Cardinals pull away and come out with a W here in their debut. Gives it to Habonete, snatches that ball in the air and goes up against Vinoya, and that is an offensive foul on Habonete. So the ball will go back to the Chiefs. And Aeliano now will inbound. Hernal, Borromeo, Abiera, Vinoya, and Acop are the 5 for Aeliano. Abiera, catch and shoot. Short. Hernal with a rebound. Vinoya fakes that 3. Quick move on the outside. Sidestep, but there is a foul on the call. And Vinoya will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. And Vinoya's free throw is short. Now he has a chance to cut down the lead to 5. And Vinoya makes that free throw. 5 na lang ang kalamangan ng Cardinals. Igot, pressured by Aeliano on the backcourt. And Mapua, partially open was Agamenyi, but Nasa rodohan ng pito ng Aeliano. Strong drive by Igot. Puts it up at the left-hander in. Extending the lead to 7. And timeout will be called by the Chiefs, as they have seen enough trying to break the momentum of the Cardinals. We will be back in a few short moments for more intense action at the Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup presented by Shawarma Shack. Stay tuned.
Pinoy Liga Cup, number 1.
Pinoy Liga Cup 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 number 1.
And we are back now for the fourth quarter. Last minute of regulation. 82-75. A slim 7-point lead held by the Cardinals. Akop, straight away 3. In and out. And Mapua will control that rebound. And the chase for the ball, and Abdullah comes up with it. Pressure being applied by Aeliano now. And that is a travel on TJ Abdullah. So the ball will go back to the Chiefs. And another timeout will be called by Aeliano to talk things over on this offensive possession. We will be back in a few moments for more Pinoy Liga Next Man Cup action presented by Shawarma Shack. And we are back now, coming from this Aeliano timeout. Pito lang ang kalamangan ng Cardinals and possession is with the Chiefs. 24 seconds for Aeliano to shoot. Benoya hands it off to Borromeo, straight away 3, and he is fouled in the act of shooting, so he will go to the free throw line for 3 shots. These are going to be key free throws that will be taken for Borromeo. He has to ice all 3 free throws to keep themselves in the game here. Makes the first one. Good sign for Aeliano. Makes the second. Ice cold free throws here for Borromeo. Slowly chipping away at the lead. Misses that second, misses that third rather. Tapigan ng bola, and the ball will go back to Mapua. 82-77 now is our score. 5-point lead for the Cardinals. Inbounds it to Igot. About 30 seconds remain. Full court press by Aeliano. Broken by Mapua. 14 seconds left to shoot. Great ball movement by Mapua, evading this Aeliano defense. And a foul is called on Aeliano. And both teams are in the penalty. So that will be 2 free throws for Mapua. And Concepcion makes that first free throw. Extending the lead, 83-77 now. And Concepcion makes the second. And after a few clarifications, Aeliano will now inbound against Mapua. 15 seconds left to go in the game. Struggling to find the open man. Borromeo brings it down. Hernal, Akop, straight away 3, bottom! 3-point lead! And Mapua calls timeout, 83-80. What a clutch 3-pointer para kay Akop for Aeliano. And this is a similar story to when Aeliano went against the UP Maroons. They were down by as much as 16 points, but they ended up winning by 3 after they slowly chipped away at the lead to eventually win in their debut against the Maroons. And the Maroons were no pushover team, as they proved to be a titan both on offense and defense. And both teams will talk it over on what they will do in this final possession, or the final few possessions rather, of this game, as the Cardinals cling on to a slim 3-point lead in the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup, presented by Shawarma Shack. We will see what Mapua has up their sleeve on this offensive plan, and what will Aeliano implement on defense to potentially stop the offensive move by Mapua. Will Aeliano remain undefeated by successfully mounting a comeback, or will Mapua get this W in their debut? 10 seconds left remaining from that decision. Could they possibly force overtime? That is possible as well. Mapua now will inbound. Abdullah will be inbounding for Mapua. Good pressure by Aeliano, and that is a turnover. Mapua, and he controls it, and the ball will stay with Mapua after a minor scuffle there on the side, but the referee has ruled that the ball will stay with Mapua. 6 and 10 seconds. 6.10 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Mapua inbounds it to Abdullah, and they will have to foul. And Borromeo will be whistled for a foul, and that will be penalty. So Mapua will be shooting 2 free throws to try and ice this game. Making at least 1 free throw will turn it into a 2-possession game, and will probably ice it. And clutch free throw there by Igot. Can he complete this free throw trip for Mapua? And he makes that second. Less than 2 seconds remaining. And Borromeo will heave it. And Mapua University Cardinals will come up with a win. 85-80 against the Aeliano University Chiefs. Handing the Chiefs their first loss in this Next Man Cup. And Mapua getting their first win coming from their debut. So Aeliano will now have a 1-1 record and Mapua will have a 1-0 record in the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup. And we will be back in a few short moments to see who is the player of the game in this first game of this Sunday triple header. We'll be back in a few short moments.
Kay sigla ng gabi, ang lahat ay kay maligayang Pasko po mula sa amin, sa Shawarma Shack.
Mga kaliga, kasama natin ngayon ang Antbox Best Player of the Game from the Mapua Cardinals, TJ Abdullah. TJ, mukhang gamay na gamay mo ang court ng Enderan. At nakagawa ka ng 21 points, 7 rebounds at 9 assists sa iyong debut game as a Cardinal dito sa PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup. Tell us more about how do you feel about in this game playing at this venue in front of some of your former teammates?
No pressure lang kasi I used to play on this court din and nilaro ko lang yung laro ko since galing naman ako dito sa school na to. Sanay na ako talaga maglaro dito and especially kay Coach JR na binigay yung tiwala sa akin. And sinunod lang namin yung gusto niya.
Tej, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Marami akong pinapasalamatan yung mga dati kong ka-teammate dito sa Enderan and papasalamat din ako siyempre sa Diyos kay Allah na di niya kami pinabayaan, wala na injury sa amin both teams and papasalamat din ako sa family ko, sa Abdullah family and Abdul Karim family. Tsaka nagpapasalamat din ako sa Mapua community na patuloy na pagsusuporta sa amin kahit team B kami. And napapasalamat ako sa mga coaches din namin na palaging nakasupport din sa amin. And sa girlfriend ko, shoutout din.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Migs.
And that was CJ Ang with TJ Abdullah, the player of the game for the Mapua Cardinals, ending 1 assist short of a double-double for their victory against the Aeliano Chiefs. And on behalf of the entire team and your resident commentator, Migs Gonzalez, we thank you for supporting the PINOYLIGA Next Man Cup. And stay tuned for the PLC Club's games. We will be back in a few moments for more games.